Hey Heart fans, I'm Butch Hartman, your pop culture commander. Let's enter the animation arena for some cartoon combat. Here, we take the best of cartoons, TV, and movies, cross them over, and put them in an epic battle to answer the age-old question, who would win? Ever ask yourself the big questions in life like, what's it all about? Where does space end? Or who would win in a fight? Timmy Turner's favorite comic hero, the Crimson Chin, or Timmy Turner's favorite TV space hero, Crash Nebula? These are definitely two epic characters, and since I created both of them, it stands to reason I would have some insight as to which one is more powerful. But I thought since many of you might not know who these characters are, it's important to take a look at who they are and where they came from.
Crash Nebula!
Let's start with Crash Nebula, Timmy Turner's favorite TV space hero. Space Ranger? Space Avenger? He's a real space cadet. But what exactly does all of that mean? Well, let's get into who Crash is, where he comes from, and what his powers are. To get to know who Crash is, we need to know who Crash was. He started off as a farm boy named Sprig Spivak, a kid who was a dreamer and had his head more in the clouds than on the crops. One day, after an alien ship crash landed on his property, and he saved an alien princess from being captured by some weird bug bots, Sprig was invited by the princess to attend the Celestial Academy. This place was a super elite training school where space soldiers were trained to help defend the universe. After meeting some super cool space pals and getting his hands on an incredibly awesome spacesuit called the Nebula 5, Sprig averts disaster, saves the girl and the day, and ends up starting his career as Crash Nebula. But what can Sprig, Crash, really do? Let's take a look at some of his abilities. Since Sprig's powers are mainly derived from his suit, he's basically in the Iron Man category of hero, meaning he's a normal, non-powered dude in a super-powered suit. And since Sprig has had this suit since he was a kid, he's obviously very well versed in how to use it. And if you look at the Nebula 5 then, versus Crash's adult version of the suit, you'll see he's made some modifications to it. It can shoot high-powered lasers that can at least destroy meteors. It's capable of high-speed flight and full-on life-supported space travel. Plus, it looks super awesome. Yep, Crash Nebula is definitely one dynamic space dude with a lot of powers we know about and most likely some that we don't know about. But for the sake of this comparison, let's just stick to what we do know. Next up, here comes the Crimson Chin!
I am the Crimson Chin! Here comes the Crimson Chin!
The Crimson Chin, Timmy Turner's favorite comic book hero. He's big, he's muscular, and he's got a huge chin, his mighty jaw of justice. But before we compare him to Crash Nebula, let's take a look at where the Chin comes from and what his powers actually are. Now, the Chin wasn't always a superpowered dude. In fact, he wasn't ever a real dude to begin with. He was actually a comic book character that was wished into existence by Timmy Turner in the Fairly OddParents episode Chin Up. Timmy was such a big fan of the Chin, he even created a sidekick, Chin-themed alter ego for himself, Cleft, the Boy Chin Wonder! But if we go into the Chin's comic book life, we see that he started out as a failing talk show host named Charles Hampton Indigo. He was bitten on the chin by a radioactive handsome actor. How that actor became radioactive and why he bit Charles in the first place is enough material for a whole other video, and gained his incredible chin-powered powers. Now he lives life as Charles Hampton Indigo, mild-mannered reporter for the Daily Blabbity in the town of Cincinnati. So what exactly are the Chin's powers? I mean, it's obvious he can do amazing things, but if we're going to compare him to Crash Nebula, we got to know exactly what the Mandible of Might is bringing to the table. We know the Chin is massively strong, but we don't really know how strong. But from what we've seen, nothing really seems to be too much for him. Except Catman, but that's a whole different story. We know he can fly, and that dangerous things seem to bounce off of him. Also, he's got some kind of heat vision, and his mighty chin is seemingly all-powerful. To this day, the entirety of its power has never been measured. Plus, you can count Cleft the Boy Chin Wonder as a power since he aids the Chin in all of his super chin-tastic exploits.
Nice use of chin, Cleft!
Okay, now that we know the competitors, now that we know the powers, who do you think would win in a straight-up, knockdown, drag-out, pound-for-pound, super-powered battle? Wow, that's a lot of hyphens. I know, right? Well, since I'm the sole judge, jury, and the guy who created both of these, I'm going to say the winner is... the Crimson Chin! I mean, let's face it, Crash is amazing. He's tough, he's skilled, he's great looking. But all of his power is in his suit. Just like Tony Stark, you take the man out of the suit and he's just a man. But the Chin's powers are all natural. I mean, the guy is practically Superman. He's almost limitless, and he always seems to have whatever power is necessary for the occasion. All the Chin would have to do is yank Crash out of his suit, fight's over. And then add on the extra added bonus of Timmy helping him as Cleft. I mean, don't forget Timmy also has magic friends with nearly limitless abilities too. So that's it, folks. This cartoon comparison finds in favor of the Mandibular Man of Might, the Crimson Crusader of Courage, the Crimson Chin. Thanks to Timmy for being Cleft and helping out, and thanks so much to Crash Nebula for defending the universe. Hey, he's still a guy you don't want to mess with.
Your reign of terror ends now!
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and let me know who else you want to see me compare in these Who Would Win videos. I think it'd be really cool to compare like movie characters to cartoon characters or TV characters to comic book characters. Let me know down in the comment section below. Okay, that's it. Until next time, Butch Hartman, away! Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the NOOG Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.